Alright, Shalom Akims. Alright, it's Brother Banawar. Welcome back to another video to the Spirit and Prophet Yahawashi Yahawashi. Giving all honors, glories, and praise to Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahawashi Yahawashi. Devil line cells an apostle, their great millstone. Rule well and teach well. And salutation unto the sincere brethren, pushing this word to truth and sincerity, risking their life and freedom to do so. Alright. Today, man, we're gonna go through the Spirit and Prophet Yahawashi Yahawashi. And the lesson, basically the humiliation process, man. Alright. We're going to be going into this lesson, basically the humiliation process. We're just going to go through the spirit. Lord willing, it won't be long, okay? But we're going to go into the spirit of that humiliation process, man. What I mean by that, man, is, we're under the curses right now, man. You know what I'm saying? We're under the curses. We got to suffer, right? You can clearly see how we're suffering. All right, catching this hell, this affliction, this chastisement, man. And that's basically what the lesson is going to be based around, man. All right, so just open up the lesson and get a clear view of what I'm talking about. All right, this is Matthew's chapter 5 and verse 5. All right, it says, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the kingdom." All right, now let's get that word meek real quick, okay? Right? Because the meek is the elect, right? When you really look into it, okay? It says quiet, gentle, easily imposed, submissive. Now, who are we submissive to? The Lord, okay? Right? Similar definitions, when you go into the word meek, it says patient, long-suffering, forbearing. That's the elect, all right? So we're taking this chastisement, right? This long-suffering, this suffering, right? Doesn't the scripture say we are sheep and all the day long, right? So we're taking this chastisement, this hell, okay, this long suffering, okay, and that's what makes you meek, man, okay, right? That's characteristics or traits of the elect, all right? The elect of Yahawah, all right? So let's read that one more time, okay? Let's read that one more time, all right? It says, Matthew chapter 5 verse 5, it says, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." Now if you read the scriptures, right, in the kingdom, we are going to inherit the earth, man, in the kingdom to come. All right, we're going to inherit the earth, these nations, the riches, okay, and basically overall the promises that the Lord had promised unto our forefathers, okay? Now why do you think Esau wants his birthright back? Because hey, man, just like you see on the screen, that's a little glimpse at our salvation, man. Okay, something that Esau will never ever get his hands on ever again, man. Okay, never. All right, this is Job. All right, this is Job chapter 23 and verse 10. Okay, it says, "But he knoweth that the way I take, when he hath tried me, I shall come forth as gold." Now through the times that's to come, when you read Isaiah the 13th chapter, okay, the hell that's to come, the race wars, the race riots, okay, death, famine, plague, you name it, okay, the elect man, okay, because the elect basically consists of men, okay, right, and then you have the 144 consists of men, okay, right, that's how we say this isn't a woman's thing, a woman's program, because the men are the ones that's going to take the charge. We're the ones that's leading and bringing back up the nation. We're the leaders, okay? And then the elect, okay, is necessarily the woman, the children, okay, right? You have friends of the prophets, all right? You have immediate family that may believe. Basically, the believers, okay, under those men, okay, right? Because the elect men, the 144K, we're the keys to heaven, okay? They're going to be saved through us, just like the woman, through childbearing, okay? Our children, we're the head, okay? And that's what that is, man, okay? And then it says, "I shall come forth as gold," all right? So just like gold, when you take it out the ground or the dirt, what happens? It's all dirty. It could have been under there for, 1,000-year period, 900 years, 500 years, but it's going to be dirty, may have other stuff on it. And what do? You put it through that furnace of adversity, all right? Let me see if I can find that real quick, that precept, all right? Because we're that gold, man, okay? And low will we be part of that like number, man, okay? You don't want to have to come out the ground and you're basically hollow. You're fake chocolate, those chocolate covered gold snacks or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be that, man, all right? You want to be, okay, you basically want to be that real gold, that can be put through that furnace and come out and be refined, you know. You can be turned into jewelry, you know, you can be turned into, basically your value is redefined, man. Okay. And just like I've said through the past couple of weeks, the spirit, we are not looked at as experienced in society, being a man of the Lord, being righteous, potentially being that safe haven in that day. We're not looked at as experienced in the society. We're just looked at as regular men, okay, bums, dudes that wear so-called dresses, you know, right? So there you go. All right, there you go. This is Ecclesiasticus, otherwise known as the Book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men. It says acceptable men. Acceptable men unto who? Yahawashi. All right, and how are we acceptable unto Yahawashi? By doing the works. Okay, is us doing those works, us ultimately having that faith. Okay, because the works and faith come hand in hand, but ultimately it's gonna come down to your faith. Okay, it's gonna come down to your faith in that day. All right, it says in the furnace of adversity. Okay, we're in that furnace right now, Watkins. We're being redefined. Okay, and when we come out, some men are gonna come out redefined, that liquid gold that can be turned into that block, you know, those gold blocks. You can be turned into jewelry, chains, necklace, you know, you can be turned into something even more valuable than you were in the ground, just sitting there, wasting away in the earth. All right. Or, you know, you can have some men come out of the furnace of adversity, those hollow chocolate covered snacks, you know what I'm saying? Those chocolate covered things that are covered in gold, you know, those gold coin chocolate candies. Yeah, you're gonna have men come out like that, turn out to be nothing. Okay, so right, we gotta we're based on that humiliation process back well, that's in the beginning of the lesson. Okay, we're basically in that furnace of adversity right now as I speak, you know, as we speak. All right, so this is Hebrews. Okay, this is Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 6. All right, 12 and verse 6. It says, for whom the Lord loveth, he chastiseth and scourgeth the son whom he receiveth. Right, and if you're not catching hold in this truth, you need to examine yourself. Okay, all right. You don't see IUIC basically catching hold because as a whole group, they're looked at as the righteous men of Israel. Right, you know, they have clean cuts, they have nice garments. You know, they teach what you want to hear. They're not going to teach you the chip. Right? They're not going to teach you World War III. They're not going to teach you those things because all you're going to hear about is them talking about the curses and that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? They're going to teach onto you acceptable things. All right? When the real acceptable things is the truth. We're teaching you the truth, no matter your feelings, man. Okay? That's the same way Yahawashi taught as well. Yahawashi didn't teach you based on your emotions. Okay, he's going to feel like this, so I'm gonna speak on some smooth words, smooth things. All right? No. All right, and if you're not catching chastisement or hell, somewhat of a hell, okay, I'm not saying you gotta go through hell every day, and no, man, if you're not catching somewhat of hell or a thing in this truth, you know, every brother has their own story in this walk of ours, you know, right? But if you're not catching hell, you need to examine yourself, right? If you're looked at as acceptable to all men, you know, you're not being hated on and all that, man. All right, verse 7, it says, if ye endure chastising, Yahawah dealeth with you with sons. For what son is he whom father chastiseth not? Okay, there you go. All right. So are you a man of the Lord? Are you really a man of the Lord? Right. You know, and that humiliation process isn't necessarily just all that. Okay, but people look down on you, man. Just looking down on you, even in your regular daily lives. You're just a regular nigga. You have a regular job. You don't have 6 figures, right? You know, you know. Oh, you don't drive the nicest car. Oh, you know, your woman isn't the baddest looking. Oh, you don't have multiple women. You know the things of this world, the foolishness of this world, right? You know, that's also that hell too. That's that fire. That's that furnace. Okay, right? Because you know we're not gonna go around. Oh, we're Hebrews. You know, you live your regular life. You do your thing. Okay, but even in that circumstances, you catching hell. Okay, because really we're supposed to be on top. We're supposed to be kings. We're supposed to be ruling. We're supposed to have multiple women. We're supposed to be ruling over these nations. Okay, we're supposed to be so rich that money is nothing onto us. You know, right? You know, we're supposed to be riding those chariots, just like you see on the screens. We're supposed to have that spiritual power. We're supposed to have that power to those scepters to bash in these nations' heads. You know, right? But right now we're going through that humiliation process, and just like Elder Apostle Gabar did, shout out to him because he inspired me to do this lesson. Okay, right? He said if we're able to deal with this right now, this humiliation right now, then we're able to withstand and basically maneuver with the power that's to come. Okay. Oh man, that's some fire, man. Whew. It says verse 8. But without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, right? We're all partakers in that chastisement, that hell, that fire, that furnace, right? Then you are bastards and not sons. Verse 9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us and gave them reverence. All right, the elders and apostles, right? Because without the elders and apostles and even men before them, how would we have got the truth? Okay. It says, shall we not rather be in subjection unto the Father's spirits and live? Verse 10. For they verily a few days chastiseth us after their own pleasure, and he for our own profit, that we may be partakers of his holiness. All right, the kingdom. Okay, right, the kingdom, literally. Okay, the promise. Okay, that's what we fight for. It says, verse 11. Now no chastisement for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. Verse 12. Wherefore, Slakia, lift up the hands which hang down and the feeble knees. Okay, so with that, I'm going to say shalom.